it seems like that there has to be a separate emotional pain pathway because of the way that people describe going through emotional distress, and people will say things, and like me myself, like obviously I've experienced the same shit where you go through a breakup and you say, oh, my heart's broken, or I feel like I've been punched in the gut. When people go through emotional pain, they use these physical sensations to describe it. Have you seen anything in your work where that like points to something that connects your emotions to the way that we experience physical pain?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in my work personally, no, but I know from others' work where they did like MRI of people that had like emotional pain, so like after breakup and things like that, and they had the same areas of their brains highlighted as from physical pain. So heartbreak can be felt, and it's like, it's definitely it's a weird symptom of pain. And in the same way, you know, like you have people that injure themselves gravely but are able to go back out there, and that's something that people were also questioning with like Joan of Arc, for example, and how when she was almost dead, she was able to go back in the battlefield. And they actually did some studies again with functional MRIs where they had people that were religious and non-religious people, and they were shown pictures of Mary, of the Christ, etc., while they were giving like small electric shocks. And what they noticed is that religious people with a strong faith felt less pain. And so there are like ways to modulate your perception of pain. I know that like a few years ago, I dislocated my knee, and
you started praying to Jesus.
not that, but like I basically, in my head, I was like, I must not move. Like, if I make the smallest movement, it's going to hurt horribly. So I just like went into almost a meditative state where I was like breathing extremely slowly, just focusing on my breathing. And the pain, I mean, I still felt pain, but it felt tolerable compared to other pains I've felt. So there is a way for you to psychologically, you know, modify your pain in the same way that you can feel physical pain from heartbreak. And I mean, I don't know any case personally, but I've heard of people who died from heartbreak where like basically your body shut down from emotional pain. So it definitely, psychology has a huge power on the neurological part of it, let's say.
Yeah, I wonder if that same study would show that people could get through pain, like non-religious people could get through pain when they were shown something that they believed in, even if it wasn't a picture of Mary or Jesus. Like if you were on Wall Street and someone like was shocking you and they opened a briefcase of money, like $1 million, and you were just like shock me more, like I'm gonna go for it. Or you were dad and someone showed you a picture of your kids or something, and like no matter what your motivation is, even if you're not religious, it seems like that should work if you can have a goal that you are thinking about while you're experiencing duress or while you're experiencing pain. That keeping that end goal in mind is so important. And I've been looking more and more into depression because people in my own family experience it, and one of the things that depressed people will say is that they don't see a future. They don't see an end goal. And with the connection between emotions and physical pain, I know it's like a super generalized view of depression. I don't know exactly how the chemical balances work or don't work, but I do know that people that experience clinical depression will often report that they don't have some long-term version of themselves. Like when I think of myself, I see a version of myself that is 10 years down the line. I can imagine what I'm going to accomplish or what I'm going to look like and what my relationships will be like and what my family and friends are going to be like, location. But for people that are depressed, a lot of times that's like a foreign concept to them.